Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of these screencasts. This one is on triangles and angles in particular. We need to have an understanding that in a triangle we have 180 degrees internal angles, and if we know that, we'll definitely be on to a right winner. So we have, what is a triangle? It is a three-sided shape, but it also has three edges, three vertices, and is one of the basic shapes in geometry. That's taken from Wikipedia. So as I said before, the key piece of information here is to know your triangles, okay? Now, if you know your triangles, you'll straight away know that this angle here is 90 degrees. If you know what that angle there is, 90 degrees, then we'll be able to use this information here to find out what the missing angle is. So we know, or we should know, that all the internal angles of a triangle equals 180 degrees. So with that knowledge, we're going to add 90 plus 45, and that's going to give us 135. Now we know all the angles equal 180, so that means that these two here plus A will equal 180. So let's use that. Let's say 180, take away 135. Okay, what's that going to be? It's going to be 45 degrees. All right, so we could say that that is 45 degrees. And that's how we do it. We basically add the two angles that we know together, and then we take it away from 180 degrees. So I want you to give the next one a go. You're going to add those two base angles together and take your answer away from 180. Come back and see if you've got it correct. Okay, so what's 80 plus 80? And that gives me 160. So what I've got is 180, because I know all the interior angles equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to take that 160 away from 180, ends up with 20 degrees. So we can say that B is 20. All right, 20 degrees. All right, so definitely, what I'd like you to do is give these ones a go, please, and see if you can do these ones, and then come back and see if you got them right. All right, so here we go. We've got 60 plus 70, so 60 plus the 70, and that gives me my 130. 180, take away 130, and that gives me 50. So I can say that C equals 50. On these ones, I'm going to add my 60 plus 60 together, and that's going to give me 120. 180, take away 120, and that's going to give me 60. So this one here, we can see that it must be an equilateral triangle, because we've got all the angles the same, which means all the length of the sides are the same also. So how they make them a little bit harder. So let's go through the first one together, this one here, and then you're going to give this one a go on your own. So here we go, we've got a straight line. Can we see this is a straight line? Straight lines are worth 180, so all we're going to do is we're going to take 180, take away the 120, and that gives us 60. And that's 60 degrees. Do we understand that this line here is worth 180? So I've got part of the line, so I need to find the other part. So now I've got my 60, I'm going to go my 70, so I'm going to add those together. So 60 plus the 70 equals 130, and then we've got 180, take away 130, and that gives me my 50. All right, so there that would be 50. Now to give you a little bit of a helping hand, you can do the same thing here. This is not an equilateral triangle, it's an isosceles triangle, which means that these two base angles will be the same. So whatever this angle is here, it'll be the same over here. You can find out F and you can find out D. Give it a go, come back and see if you've got it correct. All right, so here we go. We've got 130, and we know this is 180. Take away the 130, and that gives me 50. So I can say this is 50. If this is 50, then this will also be 50. And then I'm going to have on the other side the same as this, so it's 130. Now, if you were so far going, I don't understand, you're going too fast, sir, just go back and watch this part a few times and it will come quite clear to you. But what I'm going to do now is, now I've basically got the same question as those easier ones. 50 plus 50 gives me 100. So I know that all of these angles together equal 180. So if I've got 100 here, what am I missing here? So I take my 180, take away 100, and that gives me 80 degrees. And there we go. Okay, so if you found those nice and easy, then you're definitely going to find these ridiculously easy. These are the easier end of the questions. Remember the one on the right, what type of triangle it is, and then use that information to your advantage. But pause the video now, give these a go, come back and see if you've got them correct. All right, so here we go. Let's give it a go. So you can see what's happened here. I've got a right angle triangle here. I've added 90 and 55 together to give me 145. I've taken my 145 away from 180 to give me 35 degrees. So A equals 35 degrees. Over here, I didn't put this in, but this one here is going to also equal 70 because what type of triangle have we got? We've got an isosceles triangle. So all I did was I added them together to give me 140. I should have put that on top. So we've got 180 take away 140, and that gives me 40 degrees. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. Hopefully you found this really easy and you have no issues at all, but it doesn't stop there because we're going to do these bad boys for you. So why don't you give these ones a go now, see if you can find out what C and D equals. All right, so here goes the answers for these. Fingers crossed you got them right. We can see there that we've got 130, so that's 50. Add them together to give us our 125. 180 take away 125, 55 degrees. On this one, we've got 125, so this will be 55. 55 plus 55 gives us 110. 180 take away 110 is 70, so D equals 70. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, hopefully. Again, if you didn't understand it, please go back and watch the video a few times, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure helping you with your maths today. Can't wait to do it in the future. All the best. Until next time.